Sunshine, blue skies, gotta cry. Millions of blues to cross. I was trying to see if I could get this episode recorded because the kids are outside playing and yelling and screaming. So hopefully the background noise won't be too crazy. But again, welcome back to another episode. Or if this is your first time, welcome. I live in a city. For those who don't know, I live in a big city in NYC. So you are bound to hear all kind of noise in the background. You may even hear my cat. She may come by and say hi too. But today's episode is going to be about homeschool. Y'all, it's getting close to that time. It is like the middle of August now, and school starts back for New York City. Well, I should say New York City public schools start back September 8th, 2022. That's the official date that was given, and that is on the website. So that's what we are going to be following. For those new listeners, I am Yaz, and I am homeschooling my son. I have a teenage son. He is going to the 10th grade, so yes, he's going to be a sophomore this year, and this should be the last this should be the last year that we do homeschool. So I am in the process of looking for a new school for 11th grade, and I am already signed up for a couple of open houses, so we're going to be checking those things out. So hopefully the world don't go crazy, well, more than it is, and that the next school year will be wonderful, and it'll be less hectic than it has been these last couple of years. So let's get into the Homeschool 101 New York City edition. And again, I will repeat that's Homeschool 101 New York City edition. So if you are a parent or family that's considering homeschooling your child, make sure you check out your state's requirements, because each state is different. So I will let you know what I have done so far for me. I live in New York City, so these are the requirements that I follow to apply for homeschool, again, for a new year for my son. So the first thing you are going to do once you decide that you are going to do, or your family's going to do homeschool, is that after you done all your research and you found that this is for you, you are going to submit a letter of intent. And usually the Department of Education, they have the dates that the deadlines, I should say, where that you need to submit the form by. So in New York State, we have until July 1st of the upcoming school year to submit our letter of intent. So like I said, in New York, the kids get out of school so late, so you really have to make sure that you know that this is what you're going to be doing. And before I move on, I just want to let everybody know that homeschool and remote learning are two different things. So homeschool is where the parent, or whoever is going to be doing the teaching, is the teacher, and they are giving the lessons, whereas remote learning, the kid is already like a part of a school, so they may already be enrolled in school, and just like for whatever reason the school can't have the kids at the physical building, so they do it from home on Zoom, on that kind of thing. So that's the difference between homeschool and remote learning. So we are doing, again, a homeschool where I, the parent, will be, teaching my son the curriculum that he needs. So, okay, so after, like I said, you did all your research, you said, yeah, you discussed it with your child if they age appropriate, that, okay, we're going to do this, then check out the school's Department of Education under Homeschool. So you have to go under the Homeschool section, and that will give you all the information and forms and things like that, and where to submit them. So, and like I was saying before, I'm sorry if I went on a tangent. In New York City, the public school, they end at the end of June. So I already knew that it was possible that we would be doing another year of homeschool. So I knew that I had until July 1st to submit the letter of intent which says that it has your name, your information, your child's name and information, school ID number, and pretty much it's saying that yes, we are going to be doing homeschool, for this current school year. And then depending on how they ask you to send it back, for in New York, you could email it in. So you could email the letter of intent. You could also probably go down to go down in person to the homeschool office. But like I said, we still in the Rona, she's still running around, so some offices may not be open, but the easiest way to do it is by email, and then they send you a confirmation email that yes, we have received it. And if they don't, you can email the where you sent the letter of intent, asking them if they could confirm that they did receive it, and they will respond back. So that's been my experience. Next, so once you do the letter of intent, then you have a couple of weeks. This is New York City, so each state may be different, but we have a couple of weeks in between July 1st and August 15th, which is the deadline to submit the next document, which is the curriculum. The curriculum that you are going to be teaching your child, as I believe it's called individual homeschool instruction plan, something like that. I believe that's the name of it. So it basically is like I said, the curriculum. So all of the subjects, for math, you're going to be teaching, geometry or algebra or science. You're going to do biology or chemistry. So you have to be a little more detailed with this form. And like I said, they want you to let them know what the student is going to be learning. So, and usually all of these forms are hopefully listed on, like I said, the Department of Education's website. So you could find it there. So like I said, for me, I went under homeschool and then scroll down to where they have the documents, and they have the PDF forms, and they have them in different languages. So if English is not your first language, you speak Spanish, or you speak Italian or something like that, they have different language options for you to be able to understand and fill out the paperwork. So like I said, that document is due in New York City by August 15th. And so I just look, unfortunately I waited to the last minute, but I was waiting for them to update the form because it had last year's, the last school year's date on it. So I didn't, and it was no way to alter it, so I had to wait for them to update it. But I did email them asking if they were going to update it, and they did. So but like I said, August 15th, that's when I submitted mine. And I want to say a couple of days later, I did receive an email back from the homeschool department approving the curriculum. So that was wonderful. So we can move forward with the things that my son is going to be learning this school year. And y'all, like I said, as we get in these upper grades, a lot of it is, oh God, I don't remember it being this crazy, when I was going through high school. But pardon that background noise. Like I said, city life. What y'all doing out here? But anywho, so those are and then one last thing. So once school starts, every quarter, like I said, it may be different in your state, but you have to check your own, check your state's requirements. But in New York City, we have to submit quarterly reports, and I guess there must be really a fire happening because they go into it. But so you have to submit. I believe it's 4 quarterly reports, and just giving like an update on the progress that the student is, like making, and any tests that they've been given, and they had like midterm, or that kind of stuff. So you are keeping like progress reports. That's what it's called, progress reports. So you are keeping track of all of this. So you have to make sure you are definitely organized with this, just in case they want to see like proof that they did it, that the student did these things. And then again, you submit it there's an email, like a general email for all like documents and any questions. And there's an email you can submit. The quarterly reports go there too. So, and then after that, like I said, after you submit the curriculum, you can get start preparing the lessons and things like that. And then, come first day of school, y'all can get started. So, let me see. Right now, we are trying to start back with getting back into the routine. Summer, these kids be out here just being up all night long, and they want to sleep all day, and so that's how it was like the start of the summer. And then it kind of, he started getting up kind of early toward the middle of the summer. So now we're going to be following the same like hours of like public school. So they get to school at 8 o'clock in the morning, and they get out at like 3. So I'm going to make sure that we get all our lessons in that time frame, along with other things that I'm doing. And I also checked the school. The Department of Education, they also put up like the lunch menus, like the breakfast and lunch menu for the students. So what they're going to be serving at the school. So, I went and looked through there, and discussed it with my son, like, okay, so here's some options. These are the things that we're going to be doing, like the breakfast. Here's a couple of options for breakfast, and that way, he gets up early enough to be able to have breakfast, and then we can move on with the day. Because I'm going to be like, what? Just because we at home don't mean you need to be getting up late and then having breakfast, and then it be, what I'm saying? It just take too long, and then we're dragging homeschool past the 3 o'clock hour. So I don't want to do that. So, I'm going to start practicing probably next week with like getting up early and preparing breakfast and making sure, things are ready. And you know what? I'm so happy that I don't have to buy no uniform. Yes, y'all, the uniforms, sometimes they could be a little expensive, but, this I guess would be the last year, because I think next year, if he's going to go where I think he's going to go, we're going to be back in uniforms. So, y'all. Oh, Jesus, y'all, I need to move. But anywho, so we're doing that. And so, like I said, back to the routine. The lunch and breakfast menu have been planned. So I just need to go, we just need to go grocery shopping to get that stuff when it gets closer. So, and I think I just need to pick up a few school supplies, like some notebooks and stuff. So like today, that's why let me tell you, I haven't posted, because I was waiting we got new internet, so I had to wait till the guy came and, installed the stuff, whatever, so I could upload and do things. So that's why there was no episode this week, so my apologies. But we good now, y'all. We good now, and the printer working. So, high five to me. And, let y'all know before I go, I did find, I think I'm going to like incorporate this into the homeschool curriculum, like for gym, because what they doing in high school gym now, besides just what, racing each other and playing basketball, I think. So, again, in New York City, I was on the New York City Parks Department website, and I was looking for something else because I saw like an advertisement on Facebook about some free classes for the kids for next week. And I was like, oh, okay, let me go see that. And, go check that out or whatever. And so come to find out, you got to be a member. You have to have a membership to be able to go into any of the centers. So membership is required. So I was like, okay, let me see how much is the membership, like what it is. So good thing I'm not reporting this. I put this up on TikTok, so you can go check it out. So for adults, for just like a regular membership for an adult, it's $75 for the year, and kids under 8, I want to say, yeah, kids under 18 are free. So I thought that was like an awesome deal. And then I was checking out something, and then I found like they have like an accessibility section, or like adaptive events. So for people who have disabilities in New York City, the membership is only $25. And and if you have a kid, like I said, kid under 18, they are free. And then they get a membership ID, I guess. You guys both, if you do, you and the kid, then you both get like a membership ID. It reminds me of like going to the Y. And because I remember, I was trying back in the day. I had signed up for that and was trying to go, but that was very costly. But I guess for what you were getting, it might have made sense. But I live in an expensive city, so. Y'all hear my neighborhood? My neighborhood be hooding all the time. My neighborhood be hooding. So, on that note, I just want to say I think that is the end of my Homeschool 101 New York City edition. And again, for those who have already, whose kids already went back to school, I know down south they have. I hope school is going, well for you guys. And, let's all have a great school year. And stay safe out here. Like I said, Rona's still running around. Now she got a new friend. She got a pet now. The monkeypox is running around. And polio. I mean, come on now. Everything is just coming out the woodwork. So just continue to keep yourself safe and protected. Still wash your hands. Wear your mask if you feel comfortable. And take care.